Okay then. So today, there's a little story that's been going around, been developing over the last few months. And you know what, to be fair, I use this product myself, to be fair, so it was an eye-opener, like looking at it, like finding out about the story. It was like a bit of a shock, should I say, because to be fair, I don't think I've had this problem with this product, to be fair. So I guess I'm one of the lucky ones, but yeah, what's going on is wild. So, you know what, I think it's best if we just get into the story, yeah? So, and you know what, disclaimer, there's graphic images of people's armpits in this video, so if you're a bit squeamish or you don't like seeing things like that, yeah, maybe it's not the video for you. Maybe click on another video, or yeah, basically. But it's just a little warning for certain people that don't like to see this kind of stuff.
Oh my god, it hurts. They're like cracking.
I started sweating, my armpits started itching, and I was there on stage.
My armpits were just burning, and this feeling was so painful.
Oh my god, it's on this one too, but just a little. Oh.
Deodorant brand Mitchum said it was truly sorry after some of their customers experienced temporary irritation after people complained on social media after using the deodorant. One customer even said she wanted to rip her armpits out.
Hey, you hearing that? Like, did you see them images? Yo, it's burning out people's pits, fam. Like, whoo. Like, imagine that, yeah, you just had a shower. You're thinking, yeah, I'm fresh, I'm nice. You know what, let me just pattern up my thing. Yeah, pattern up my thing, going about your day. Next thing you know, your armpit starts burning, like, fam. Fam, serious, but yeah, let's carry on.
After using Mitchum's 48-hour roll-on antiperspirant and deodorant. The issue affected 100ml roll-on products sold in the UK, Ireland and South Africa, including Power Fresh, Shower Fresh, Unscented, Pure Fresh, Flower Fresh, Ice Fresh, Clean Control and Sport. Mitchum says it's working to remove the small amount of affected products in shops. And after a change in the manufacturing process affecting one of the raw materials used by the brand, they've now reverted to the original manufacturing process to ensure no other batches are affected.
So, it's saying that it changed up the manufacturing process and now that's leading to people getting burns because it changed one of their ingredients. Like, to be fair, I'm not, like, that doesn't seem impossible, but, like, it's a bit weird that the process would make it, would it still pass the safety test if the process is different and it's causing, like, skin burns and stuff like that? It's like it's a skin product, so wouldn't there be regulations around the processes where it would prevent stuff like this from happening? But I don't know. I haven't looked into like the legislations and the rules and regulations and whatnot. But I would assume that there's things in place to protect from these kind of things. But maybe not. Maybe it's just a free for all where manufacturing these things, and as long as it passes the basic, then I guess it's good enough for the customers. So, but yeah, man, that's a bit wild. Like, here's a funny little video about situation.
Hello? Ho, the things that you've lied about, even pertaining to your mom.
Like, yeah, like, maybe they did change the ingredient, maybe not, but it seems more likely that if you change the recipe, for example, it would change the reaction on some people that have probably been using the product in the past with no problems. But saying the manufacturing process change, which basically changed it's basically saying the ingredient changed, but it's not their fault because they changed the manufacturing process, not the actual ingredient. So I don't know. Well, here's a little testimonial that I found on TikTok. So yeah.
Mitchum, what is going on? Look at my armpit. Look at my armpit. Burnt. Do you know how sore my armpits were? Listen, you lot need to come with some answers because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you've changed your formula. what is happening, because the amount of people that this is happening to is ridiculous. We need some answers, because why are we getting burnt? Why?
Seriously though, like, that is the big question. Like, have Mitchum addressed this and like specifically said, yo, this is the change, or they just like loosely referencing us the manufacturing process? So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know what to believe, because yeah, like people have been using this product and then they're saying that everything's the same. It's just how to make it, like the process is changed, and now it's burning people's pits to where, yeah, that looks serious, fam. That looks painful. Like, you wouldn't want it to happen to you, innit? So, fam, serious business, bro. It's just wild. It's just wild. Like, you wouldn't expect a hygiene company to go through something like this, but then maybe you would, because stuff like the Johnson & Johnson lawsuits and stuff like that, where they're saying that there was links with baby powder or talcum powder, one of the two, with like cancer and stuff. Like, yeah, maybe the rules and regulations ain't as strict as we would think or we would like to believe. So yeah, fam, I just find this whole situation crazy, especially being it's a product that I've used before in the past. And yeah, I'm trying to think now, like, have I had any like issues where like my armpits was a bit sore after using it? But not that I can remember specifically. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I probably would still, after this, obviously I'm not using the product, at least until everything's rectified. But yeah, and this has been going on since September. So yeah, let's see a more up-to-date development, because yeah, it's been going on for a few months now. So yeah, we've got a story from ITV News. So yeah, well, here we go anyway. Let's play this video.
These are burns and permanent scarring on a woman's armpits, and she says Mitchum deodorant calls
Permanent scarring as well. Like, see, that's serious, fam, because that's like, you change forever just for not trying to smell like BO. You get me? Like, you're getting a bio attack on your skin when you're trying to tackle BO. So, fam, yeah, that's crazy.
it. And now she, along with others, are suing the company, claiming they failed to conduct proper safety or quality control testing.
Ugh, ouch.
We first reported on this back in September after seeing videos like this all over TikTok. People sharing videos of painful reactions and blaming their Mitchum deodorant. Some users said it felt like it had burnt through their skin. At the time, the company said there hadn't been a change in their formula, but there had been a change in the manufacturing process, and they apologised. They said they were working to remove the small amount of product remaining on shelves, but for many people it was too late, as they say the change had caused scarring, discoloration, severe rashes, and even in some cases led to hospitalisation.
It has had a physical and a psychological effect. Some of these women have not been able to wear their normal clothes because of the it's showing the scarring or the irritation. Others, this product's part of your daily hygiene.
Nah, fam, imagine that, like, you don't feel comfortable wearing dresses anymore because, or like them vest like, you know, them t-shirts that women like to wear, like them vest kind of t-shirts, where now they're feeling uncomfortable because they use the product to make them not smell funky. Like, you get what I mean? Like, to stay fresh, to stay clean and hygienic, you know? So yeah, fam, this is sad still. Like, obviously it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, fam, like, you wouldn't expect putting deodorant on your skin is gonna burn your skin off. Like,
routine, you don't expect it to cause you harm or damage, and then now they can't even like shower normally because of the irritation with soap and water, and they're struggling to use other deodorants because of the pain and the irritation.
The lawsuit claims Mitchum failed to conduct proper safety or quality control testing, resulting in what they claim could be lifelong consequences for those affected.
At the end of the day, like we've said before, you don't expect something that's part of your day-to-day life to cause you harm or suffering. You know, you should be able to go out, buy a product and use it without the risk of ended up having to seek medical attention.
We put these claims to Mitchum and asked for their response to the lawsuit.
Guarantee you they haven't responded. Guarantee you. Like, especially like to the lawsuit stuff, like, because they're going to want to put the least amount of damages towards their claims, basically. Like, they want to not get sued for the big bags where they're paying out here, left, right, and centre. You get me? So, definitely not responding.
They told us
Mitchum does not comment on pending legal matters.
Exactly. Oh, that's it. Well, yeah, like, you know what? Let's get in a bit into this article anyway. Women who say they were left with permanent scarring after using Mitchum roll-on deodorant launching... Women who say they were left with permanent scarring after using Mitchum's roll-on deodorant are launching legal action against the company. TikTok users brought the issue to light, posting videos showing redness and irritation after they claim using the brand's 48-hour roll-on antiperspirant and deodorant. One user described the sensation like volcanoes erupting out of their armpits. Oh my gosh. Fam. Fam. Oh, like, you know when something gets described, yeah, and like you kind of like get that phantom pain, that kind of tingle, like, oh, that's what that gave me there. Volcanoes erupting out of their armpits. Fam. That just sounds, yeah, not comfortable at all, not pleasant at all. So that sounds painful. I can't lie. Oh my days. Well, yeah. So let me carry on. While another said it felt like it had burned through their skin. So people are getting chemical burns from their deodorant. Fam. That's a big lawsuit that they got on their hands. I'll be real, fam. Big lawsuit. Yeah, I would say that's going to be a big lawsuit, to be fair. So, crazy. Because this is happening now in November. I believe so. It's from November or October. No, yeah, October. So, this is a month on from when it first started going around on TikTok, because I believe it started around September. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Many assume the issue was caused by a change in the product's formula, but Mitchum UK confirmed that after an investigation, the problem was linked to the brand adopting a different manufacturing process. Now, what is that process? What is a different manufacturing process like? And if it's a different manufacturing process and it's causing chemical burns, isn't that changing something? It's either adding chemicals in there, or it's changing the current chemicals that are in there to where it's now causing burns to someone's skin. So from my point of view, obviously I'm not an expert on the situation, but from my point of view, like, the manufacturing process changing would change the formula, for example. Like, you get me? Like, for example, if a recipe says bread, like, if a recipe says, for example, if the recipe is a sandwich and I make a sandwich with bread, then that's a sandwich. But if I use a substitute, like I change my manufacturing process and now I'm left with breadcrumbs, that's not a sandwich. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I can't make a sandwich out of breadcrumbs. You know, so it's kind of like that, like, the ingredients must be changing from a different manufacturing process, but they're saying that the formula hasn't changed, so the initial ingredients maybe hasn't changed, but the output of the ingredients has changed because now it's causing people to get burnt. So, you know, and like, do you really, like, can you trust that if it's made one way, it's safe, but if it's made another way, it's unsafe? Like, can you trust a product like that if they're not taking the care to, when they change the process, to test whether it's still safe? You know, but that's just my opinion anyway. So, yeah, I'm not an expert, so I don't know this or that, but yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, so a select batch of the roll-on sold. Wait. Okay, no, I'm skipping. The company apologized and said, "We want to reassure there has been no change to the formula of our products, but we have identified a change in the manufacturing process affecting one of our raw materials." What is the process? Like, that's what I would like to know. I probably won't ever be able to find out. I'm not sure, but that's what I would like to know. What's the change in the process where it's changing a safe product into a product that's giving its customers chemical burns? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, how do you not pick that up? How does it just slip through the radar? I would think if you're changing something in a company, especially a company as big as Mitchum, I would think a big company like that would at least test its products if it's going to make a change. Like, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't test strenuously enough. Maybe. But yeah, it's a costly thing to miss. And I believe, they're going to be paying out people some damages because they've been damaged. Like, what else can you say? A select batch of the roll-on sold in the UK, Ireland and South Africa was impacted by the updated method, and the company has now reverted to the original process. So at least it's back to the original process. So maybe, oh, that looks painful. Maybe the people that, you know what, let's carry on reading anyway. But for many people, it was too late. They claimed the change had caused scarring, discoloration, severe rashes, and in some cases even led to hospitalization. Fam, serious. It has had a physical and psychological effect. Some of these women have not been able to wear their normal clothes because it's showing the scarring or the irritation, said Anna Malloy from Injury Lawyers for You, who is representing the claimant. Injury Lawyers for You, I remember seeing all them adverts like back in the day and that. Have you had an accident in work? Call Injury Lawyers for You. Like, that's not an ad, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, obviously she's gonna have to say things like that anyway because she's representing her client. She wants, not saying to exaggerate, but she will come from a more understanding point of view. She's obviously gonna come from a point of view of where it's put them through the stress and it's affected their life. I'm not saying it hasn't, but that's like a lawyer's job, innit? So yeah, she's just doing her job at the end of the day. But yeah, she continues. This product is part of your daily hygiene routine. Oh no, yeah, this is the sort of stuff she's already said in the video. Okay. The lawsuit will claim Mitchum failed to conduct proper safety or quality control testing, resulting in what they claim could be lifelong consequences for those affected. A Mitchum UK spokesperson said Mitchum does not comment on pending legal matters. And that's Mitchum. Don't know what more you can really say. Really and truly, it's just a mad situation. Someone's messed up somewhere. You get me? Maybe thinking, oh, if we do something a little bit cheaper, we can save a bit of money, increase the profit a little bit, take down our costs, stuff like that. But for it to start causing their customers to be getting chemical burns, was it really worth cutting those costs? If that is the case, but was it really worth it? Don't think it will be in the long run, because this lawsuit's coming, and from the evidence you can see, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for them, to be fair. But because we did see their statements, but let's take a look into their statements. This is what they posted on their Instagram. Okay, then, so let's get into the statements from Mitchum. Yeah. So this is what they say. Some of you told us that we have experienced temporary irritation after using selected batches of Mitchum 48 100 milliliter roll-on sold in the UK, Ireland and South Africa. We are sorry to those who are impacted and for the time it took to complete the investigation. Now that we are clear, we want to share what happened. While the formula hasn't changed, a change in the manufacturing process of one of our raw materials alter how the product interacts with the skin in some consumers. That change didn't meet our standards or yours. We've gone back to the original process to make sure the current and future batches meet the high standards you expect from us. Just a little quick thing to say there is, just a quick thing to say. If it didn't meet your standards, how did you release it to the public in the first place? Like, surely you're not testing on the public. Surely, like, if it's not meeting your standards, where was the standard check before you released it? You get me? And like, fair enough, I understand it. Like, say there's a company making cereal, for example, and then one of their machines, it ends up, they change the process, and then now there's a bit of, like, there's metal pieces in the cereal, for example. Wouldn't you test the new batch to make sure that it's safe before you release it? Or is it just, change the process, we know everything's good, release it, and then now you're getting a lawsuit? You know? But let me carry on anyway. The issue is limited to a small number of batches, and we want to make it as easy as possible for you to identify them. The affected products can be recognized by their batch numbers, which are printed on the bottom of this pack and are listed on the next slide. Your well-being means everything to us, and we are actively working to remove these batches from shelves. We want to make it up to you, so if you've experienced any issues, please contact our customer service care team and that's all their details there. So yeah, if you've been affected, contact them. Don't know what they will do. Maybe contact the injury lawyers for you. I don't know. You get me? It's just a wild story. So these are all the batches that, you're causing problems. And you know what? You see this one right here. I've rather used that product. Like, I'd rather use this product, fam. You get me? So maybe I'm one of the lucky ones that it didn't affect, or I just didn't get one of the bad batches, because I didn't think I bought any around September. I would have bought it before that, you know. So I just find it a bit wild. And I know even family members use these products, so I'm just gonna tell them keep an eye out for them batch numbers. Well, that's where you'll find them. So you got the information there. And then, so that was on September. This was a little update a few days after. So again, it's just apologizing again. I don't believe they've posted since the 11th of September. So that's basically what Mitchum's got to say. Yeah, it's just a bit of a wild situation, I would say, because like, you just wouldn't expect it from like your hygiene product. That's like you cream your skin and now your skin's burning, or stuff like that. And it's mad that it only affects the roll-ons. Obviously it's different manufacturing process from roll-ons to sprays, but like someone like me, I can't use deodorant sprays because I'm basically allergic to them. They always make me sneeze, and it's just a jarring thing. So I prefer using roll-ons, and to see that the product that I was using could have potentially caused me harm is a bit of an eye-opener, So it's just one of them ones where, what was a change in the process where it could change a chemical to start reacting with people's skins. And I'm just gonna look out for like the outcome of this lawsuit. I'm gonna look out for the outcome of this lawsuit just to see what happens, just to keep up with it. Like, maybe they will identify the problem more specifically. Maybe we'll get a bit more clarity on the situation. But that's Mitchum. Sad. And then people that have been permanently scarred, sad.